Hi, this is Chinmayi. Today I'm going to be speaking to you about sunscreens that are available in India, some of the sunscreens that I have used, and the couple of stuff that I bought from Amazon from Indian sellers and what I like. Let me take you right in. So I have tried the Lotus Safe Sun Whitening Anti-Tan Active Tan Prevention Cream. It says dark spots prevention, and then the Lotus Safe Sun UV Screen Matte Gel. There was also something that they had labeled as SPF 100. And interestingly, this is a sunscreen that I have seen with PA labeling. Now, PA is something that speaks about broad spectrum protection from the sun, which is UVA and UVB. UVC rays we don't really have to worry because the ozone layer seems to be absorbing most of it. Also with UVB and UVA radiation, if you are living in a very polluted city, there's a possibility that the amount that might actually hit you is pretty less. Now, I have used both of these. I bought them quite a long while ago, and both of them are inelegant. They leave a huge white cast, and I think this one especially, it pills after a point. It starts threading. I have left it for 20 minutes. I have tried to slightly pat it down, rub it down, everything. It starts pilling, and I don't even know why it's called whitening. I think because it leaves a white cast, I guess. These two, unfortunately, they don't work for me, despite the fact that, how expensive is this? So this is 395 rupees and this one is 365 rupees. Both of them didn't work for me, though I did want to give them a good try. The other one that I have tried, and I have tried 2 or 3 other sunscreens which I forget the names of. I have given them away for some of my friends who play sports, so I asked them to use them on their arms and legs. This is the Cetaphil Day Long SPF 50+, PA++++, UVA and UVB protection. It says very high protection and solar protection for sensitive to oily skin as well. And this claims to be a light gel, but this is actually pretty greasy, pretty heavy, and does leave a white cast. It says it's oil free, but it feels sticky for me. I don't know how this is oil free. I guess there's something in the ingredient list which I don't see in the pack. I don't see the ingredient list in this particular pack, or the tube at least. And this also did not work for me. However, what did work, unfortunately, they are over $1,000. Are the Aven, I presume, Eau Thermale, Aven UVA. It promises UVA protection. This is SPF 50+. This is a cream. This is pretty nice. I would. This has a matte finish. Does not leave a white cast. Even then, it's very minimal, and it kind of goes down after about 20 minutes. And the other one that I really like is also from Bioderma. It's the Photoderm Max SPF 50+. This is the Aqua Fluid Very High Protection. So this is for sensitive skin and has an anti-shine texture. So let me show you how they feel and how they swatch. This is the Lotus Herbal Safe Sun. This is a tinted sunscreen actually, and I really wanted this to work. So this is for all skin types, and it's non-greasy. So as you see, this has a white cast. There's like a clear line of demarcation as to how this works, and it doesn't settle down even after like 20 minutes. And if you break into a sweat a little bit, which is very common in Chennai, you're going to be sweating anyway. This tends to come up, you start to look really white. So that's one of the reasons that this didn't work. And after a point, the sad part is it starts spilling like this. There you go, and that's what it is. So this is the UV matte gel. I was very taken by the consistency of it and the fact that it has no white cast and stuff like that. It does feel a little heavy, and it says that this is for normal to oily skin. The problem with this, however, is that it starts pilling as soon as you break into a sweat, even otherwise. So this is not really, I think this doesn't work for Chennai for some reason. And then after a point in time, if you're thinking of even using this under makeup, don't even think about it because it's not going to work. Otherwise, if you're just thinking of trying an affordable, inexpensive sunscreen that is available here in Chennai from any drugstore, this might work, but this clearly did not work for me. As I'm running out of my palm space, I'm going to start swatching on my arm now. This is the Cetaphil Day Long Light Gel. As you see, it has actually a slightly thick lotion consistency, and it's not a gel at all. Actually, this is not a gel consistency, at least not based on the kind of sunscreens that I have tried from a lot of brands across the world. This is not how it works. So it takes a pretty long time to settle down, and it leaves a very strong white cast. Let me show you the Aven sunscreen. This is a cream. They say it is a cream, and it is a cream. I'm going to swatch it here, and you'll see it will just disappear into your skin almost about immediately. And that's about it. There you go. This very minimal white cast that you see here, it will disappear in about 10 or 15 minutes at the max. For me, it's almost, as soon as I wear it, it's almost invisible. The next is the Bioderma Photoderm Max Aqua Fluid Very High Protection. This one has a very runny lotion consistency. It comes in this sort of a tube, and unless you're careful, it's going to be dripping all around. So there you go. I squeezed out a lot more sunscreen than I intended to, but this does disappear. So if you see, there is the Day Long sunscreen here. This is the Eau Thermale Avene with, unfortunately, a drop of this Bioderma has also mixed in. And this is the Bioderma. These spaces don't have any sunscreen. So you will see that there is a little bit of a white cast happening, but it disappears very quickly. So that's these two sunscreens are something that I really like and that I have enjoyed using, especially when I have run out of my Japanese sunscreens. I like using them here. So, and they also work beautifully under makeup. So if you notice, this is the Cetaphil Day Long sunscreen. After about 15 minutes, it claims to be a non-greasy formula and non-oily. It's both of that. You can see it here, I hope. And this is where I put in the Eau Thermale Avene cream. This has all but disappeared. And this is the Bioderma Photoderm Max. This has also disappeared. So this is how it looks like on your face, and then I see that it also stays well through the day, and it has a matte finish. This is where I applied the Lotus UV Screen Matte Gel, and when I said it starts spilling, you look at this. That's what a sunscreen should not do. And this is the reason that I don't use Lotus's sunscreens. This is where I put in the Lotus Safe Sun Whitening Active Tan Prevention Cream, and this also pills. Now let me do the same thing. I'll just turn it over, and let me show you how a sunscreen does not pill. I'm literally pressing down and nothing's going on here. This is the Cetaphil Day Long. Of course, it's oily and greasy and all that, but despite that, it doesn't pill, but it's oily. It doesn't work for me. So let me bring you down to the costing. So the Lotus Safe Sun Whitening is 365 for 50 grams. The Lotus Herbal Safe Sun Matte Gel is 100 grams, and you're spending about 395 rupees. And the Day Long Cetaphil, I think, well, I'm not sure how much I paid for this. So we are going to let it go. The Avene, I think I paid around 1,400 rupees for 50 ml, and the Bioderma I spent about 1,100-ish for 40 ml. I bought it off Amazon.in, and my pet peeve was that, okay, it says post GST the MRP is 1,447. Okay, this is the Avene. My pet peeve is that I actually get great quality, more quantity, and very elegant wearable zero to minimal white cast sunscreens when I actually buy them from Japan or from South Korean brands. I really don't know why. I don't understand what is lacking with the ingredients or how things go with most of the over the counter sort of drugstore sunscreens that we get here. Actually, drugstore sunscreens in Japan and in South Korea are way more elegant than what we pay an arm and a leg for. Especially sunscreens are something that we need to be using on a daily basis, and that is only when we use it for our arm and our neck. We need to be using about 1/4 teaspoon equivalent. That is what a lot of research papers and medical science papers recommend. So you need to use an equivalent of about 1/4 teaspoon, maybe a little less for your face, an equivalent amount for your neck as well. So if you're going to be spending about $1,500 for a sunscreen, and if you're a student, you're on a budget, this is a lot of money. I've been there, and even for me, I am constantly looking, I'm chasing bargains, I'm looking at what can be more affordable, something that I can use and which I can also refer. So that's where I'm coming from. Yes, I'm in a so that's where I'm coming from. If I find more lovely sunscreens available here in India easily, I'll definitely let you know. Until then, the search is on. Until I see you in my next video, this is Chinmayi saying bye bye.